I keep it real, I keep it raw around here. I'm not too worried about all that. I'm just worried about you all getting information of stuff that I've learned before. Today I want to talk about propagating some vegetable plants during the winter and getting ready for springtime. I'm going to do some basic plants. It's real easy. Anybody can do them. No matter where you live or what you live in. So what I have is I have a bunch of peppers and tomatoes and okra seeds that I've saved from a long time ago. They might be around 4 years old. Geez, maybe. I'm going to try to root these. What I'm going to try to root them in is just water. Well, that's how I normally start my seeds, is in water. We can do them in dirt, but I think it's easier to keep track of them than do them in water this way. So what I'm going to do is, I have some paper towels. I'm going to take these okra seeds. Now, I don't know how long they last. I'm giving it a shot. I'm going to get these started. Okra grows fast too. But they'll be ready to go out when I need them to go outside. So basically what I do is, let me double up on this, just thin paper towel. Damn. They're roly-polies. These are like rolling around everywhere. See, when an okra plant grows, the okra you harvest is about this long. That's when they're perfect. Any bigger than that, they get real tough. And they get, what do you call it? It's like it starts turning into like a shell, sort of. It's hard and you can't bite it. But that's when the seeds, that's when you can harvest the seeds. It's probably about that long. And they're about that fat. And you just let it dry out and get all the seeds. So what I'm going to do is put the seeds in here. I spread them out as much as I can, but they want to roll. Put a little water on them. Maybe they'll stay in place better. Do this with all your seeds. Tomatoes, bell peppers, you know, whatever you got. So I get this wet. So I'm going to fold it over. This paper towel needs to be sort of dampish. Just as long as the seeds stay, they're touching the wet spot. There's one. He snuck out. Get him in there. Oh, I don't need to. I got plenty. So, there's some right there. Now what I'm going to do is put them in a plastic baggie. You can fold it again. And I don't close it all the way. Maybe about that much. And keep the moisture in. And now we'll put okra. November 27th. So these will go probably in my cupboard. Where it's dark. I don't want these in light. And say roughly within a week or two, I should already have sprouts. Let me do another one real quick. So that's okra. If these seeds don't sprout, if none of them sprout, then they're no good. Then we know seeds don't last that long. Like I said, they're probably 4, 5. Man, I'm afraid they're older than that. They might be way older than that. Oh gosh. Okay, here's some orange bell pepper seeds that I had plants this year. These have dried out for about a month. I'm gonna do one layer of. They dried out inside the house, so it's pretty dry in here. Okay, I can double up on that like that. Get it a little wet. So it's wet. It's sort of, I guess you would call it saturated, but it's not really. I don't know what you would call it. Just call it wet enough, I guess. It's hard to tell. These will go in here. So I'll label this one yellow bells. I'm going to do, see, it's better to get your pepper plants started early, because they do take, well, you want real strong plants. Just get them done early, because you want peppers early. I want all my vegetables early. I don't like doing it in the spring. I like everything way ahead of time. So in springtime, the plants just go outside and they're already ready to start growing fruit. So this will go in the same place, a dark area, cool dark area. Another little trick is, what I do is I take a green pepper. When I'm done eating these, I save the bottom. I don't know how many of you do this. I do it all the time. And they can grow outside too. You can grow these outside or inside. So I have a cup of water. So I just put it in this much water. You can put these in dirt. You can put them in water just like this. You can put them in something like this. Keep it in your kitchen. This is water in it. I got enough water in here where the rocks are, where it the roots are in there, but the rocks are holding it up. You do it like this. I'll let these grow in here. I'll do 3. You don't need dirt. Dirt's just a medium. But the dirt I do use, it's a potting mix, and it has food already in it when I do use it. So there you go. These can stay in your kitchen. These grow fast, believe it or not. So once you start growing again, chop off the top, and you got more green onions. This water you need to change regularly, because you don't want it to get all moldy and nasty down there. Just keep up with your watering, a couple weeks and change it out. But that's nice and decorative. Like I said, mine just grow in the kitchen by the sink. I have a pot of them that are by the sink growing. Whenever I need them, I just chop them off. And then you can put them by a window for a couple days, let them get some sun, and bring them back to your area or where you want to keep them. Yeah, you can grow these outside, and they really look nice. I had some that I just grew. It was a big pot, and they were probably 3 or 4 feet tall. Then they bolted, which means they grew flowers, and the flowers look nice. But they were huge. They were like that fat. You couldn't really eat them. But I still got a bunch of onions off of them while they were getting that big. Once I let them grow wild, they grew like crazy. But see, I was going to put an okra seed in here. I guess I can. Maybe put 2 in here. This will go straight from the dirt to a bigger pot once they sprout. I'm going to try 2 seeds. One of them has to go. Put them down here, I maybe went 1 inch underneath the dirt and cover them up. I separated them to the edges, so I can see the roots when they start to grow, and I'll know they're sprouting. A little bit of water, and then when I decide to put these in bigger pots, they'll be easy to separate because they're way over here. One's over here and one's over here. But I should have a spoon, but this is good right there. That's enough water for now. So that's basically those plants. Got the seeds going to sprout. My okra, my peppers, and my green onions. If these seeds don't sprout, that's why I'm doing it sort of real early right now. If they don't sprout, I'll just trash them all and go ahead and buy new ones. Now I have my cutters, I've already cleaned them, because you want to clean these to keep diseases off of them. I have a tomato plant, and this whole branch broke off. See, it had some tomatoes on it. What I'm going to do, show you another little trick. Can use that. All right. So on these tomatoes, you got, it's fixing to have more bloom. The blooms are going to be blooming on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one right here. I'm going to cut off this branch and this sucker. I'm not sure on this one. I'm going to take these off, but I'm not sure how quick this one will root. But you see all these little hairs on here? Where's my light at? All these little hairs, if you can see, they can turn into roots, and they usually do. If you have a plant, say it's hanging over the pot, and you have it like a table where it's damp all the time, these hairs will turn into roots. They'll start going towards where the water is. So all you got to do really is take this off. I split, see the little baby leaves on top? I take them off, I pinch them off. So the energy of the plant will stop going up to form those. It's going to try to keep these leaves growing. I don't want it to do that. I want to stop the growth as much as possible so it'll focus on roots. So basically just stick that one in the water like that. Let's find another one that's decent. There's really not much on this branch. I'm just trying to save what I can off of it. Here's another one. I could take it right here. Cut off this leaf. Pinch off the little, pinch off the, no, it just fell. Pinch off the tip. Any new growth. Like there's a sucker growing in there. This has all those little hairs on it. So that one go in the water. We can fry up that tomato. It's not big enough though. Here's another one. I can put this one in the dirt and cut off these tips. And cut off that sucker. And one little trick. You don't have to use it on these, but let me show you. Alright. So rooting hormone. I don't really use this on these easy plants, these easy cuttings. So just dip this in the hormone. And basically stick it in the dirt. As deep as you can. It doesn't matter how deep you go. The deeper the better, because the longer that stem is, that's going to be roots growing on that whole thing. It's going to give you a strong root system. Now I have this. This is just a 10-gallon aquarium. It's just keep a little humidity in there. All this stuff is going to stay in here and start growing. I have no heater in here. The only heat it's going to get is whatever this light's going to put off. Alright, so it's been about a week. Everything's going the way I planned. Everything looks good. Let me show the results. So here we got our tomato cuttings that we did. You can see right there, there's the roots. Strong root system already. This is ready to go into the ground or a pot when the time comes. Here are the ones I did in water. So there's your root system right there. See how many roots there are on it? That's going to be a strong plant. Let me show you how to plant this one. So I'm just going to take this. These cups have holes in the bottom, by the way. They're going to stay in here for a little while. I'm going to bury this as deep as I can. I'm just putting a deep hole in here. Actually, let's do it this way. I'm going to hurt the roots. I will just put it in here like this. completely bury this whole stem. Just like that. So the roots are way down here, the whole stem. Now when this is growing, this whole stem is going to grow, make a root structure. So it's going to be a very strong plant. Then when this goes in the ground, it's probably going to be taller. And you can cut off these bottom leaves as it gets bigger, and then bury more of the plant in the ground. And you may have a short plant at that time, but all that's going to be root structure. You have very strong tomatoes. So there you go on those. See the other one? See, this one didn't take. I questioned that one in the beginning. I'm going to leave it in there. It's not dead, but it just didn't take. Here are the okra seeds that I had. These popped up. These are ready to go in separate pots. Then when they're ready to go outside, I'll take them outside and put them in the ground. Here are our yellow bell peppers that I did in the water. Let's see how these turned out. Get off. If these rooted, these are ready to go in the dirt also. Yeah, these are sprouting. Alright. Okay, there you go. All the little baby seeds. All of them germinated. Yellow bell peppers. I dried them out for a month before I did this. This came off of a plant recently. So I'm just going to take one of these little babies. Put it right in my cup. It's got holes in the bottom. And cover it lightly like this. And it's going to stay in there for a while. And then when it's ready to go outside in the dirt, I'll put it out there. Alright. I'm sure this okra did the same. Oh yeah, this is crazy. Crazy okra, look. Roots are coming through the paper towel. See that? These are huge. Look at that. Just gotta be careful with them. You don't want to damage all the roots. Some of this paper's coming up with it, that's alright. The paper will go away in the dirt. There you go. I'm going to bury this like this. I'll start with a little dirt. Put it down here. It'll keep pushing up by itself. So just do it like that. You got the little head sticking out of it. And water it good. Set it outside. Last thing we did was the onions. Here's the onions. They're growing like crazy. Growing like crazy. Let's see these roots. I can put these in the cups. I'll put them in a bigger pot and set them outside, or just leave them in the water. I'll put these in pots. I'll leave these here inside so I can take pieces off when I need them. But that's it, people. All right, that's about all I got for this one. If you enjoyed this video and got some value from it, like and subscribe for me, please. I'll keep on making more informative videos for you all. All right, thanks for watching. See you soon.